If you're an educator like me, and if you're a content creator and podcaster like me, you may really appreciate what podcasting can offer for students. First, podcasting can take your average in person classroom discussions and take them offline and make them even more interactive than they may be in person. Plus, podcasting allows students to be content creators versus just content consumers. In this video, I'll go through some of my top preferences for podcasting apps for students. For each app, I'll explain a little bit about it and also tell you which ones are free and which ones have some paid options. Also, to be fully transparent and upfront, I am an ambassador for two of these applications. I think you're going to like any or all of them, so I'll also discuss some of the pros and cons. Here are my top choices for podcasting apps with students. For an honorable mention, I'm going to go with Anchor. Anchor is a Spotify owned company, and it's a great way for students, educators, or anyone to make a podcast very easily and for free. It's completely free and it allows anyone to record from their device or even from their cell phone. If you have a smartphone, you can download Anchor on it and record right into the phone. You can also record into Chromebooks or iPads or any devices that students have in one-to-one classrooms, or if they just have access to them at the school. What you should know about Anchor is that it does not really allow for a lot of editing options if that's something you're interested in. But again, it is completely free, and to a degree, it offers some collaboration features for students if you as an educator want to get students to work on a podcast project together. Number 5 on this list of top podcasting apps with students, I'm going to throw in Spreaker. Now, I have a little bit of a bias here because Spreaker is what I have used for 4.5 years now to host the Leader of Learning podcast. And actually, the way that I got into using Spreaker was because it has a free plan. The free plan differs from some of the pro plans in that you can only really save and store a very limited amount of recordings. So on the free plan, you get 5 hours of recording time. But if, as an educator, you have the money to, or you get the money to opt for a pro subscription, you get more storage. So here you can see their free plan is called Free Speech, and then pro plans starting with on-air talent, broadcaster, and anchorman. On any one of these plans, you and even students can upload podcasts, and if you wish, you can even publish them to other podcasting apps and music streaming services, much like you can also do with Anchor. One of the other reasons why I like to recommend Spreaker is because it has Spreaker Studio associated with it. On any one of their plans, you can download a desktop version or use a web-based version of their recording studio. And as you can see here, it says the Spreaker app makes the process simple. You can record your show at home or on the go. The app includes voice mixing tools with music and sound effects. So if you have sounds or even music that you want to play before, during, or after your podcast, then you can do that using Spreaker Studio. Coming in at number 4 is a product that I really like. It's by the Swivel Company and it's called Synth. Synth really started as a short form audio tool which allowed students or anyone to create short snippets of audio recordings or podcasts. And it's really become more of an audio driven discussion platform. You can see that Synth is perfect to use in a school community because it's safe and judgment free for students. It helps build those personal connections, and it takes those classroom discussions and makes them engaging, maybe offline, and powerful conversations between students. You do get a lot for free with Synth. As you can see here, the standard plan comes with 10 channels, of course, Synth recording and setting intentions. For Synth Pro, you get everything in the standard, but you get unlimited channels and dedicated onboarding support if you need it from the Synth team. When you click upgrade to Synth Pro, though, they're going to ask for some information such as your name and email, phone number, and your school or organization. Number three on this list is another very powerful podcasting tool that's really a music creation tool, but it's great for collaboration among students. It's called Soundtrap, and Soundtrap is also a Spotify company, just like Anchor, but it's a little bit more designed for music creation and it's more designed for education. What Soundtrap really is, it's a music studio, so students can create music using synthesized and digital instrumentation, but they can also create voiceovers and narrations and use that as a podcast. As you can see here, Soundtrap does have some features they offer for free, but with a 30-day free trial. And then a school or district would have to purchase Soundtrap's school or district plan. As you can see here, you can adjust how many licenses you need, and then that raises or lowers the price according to how many seats that you would need for your subscription. I should also point out that Soundtrap does have personal accounts. If you want to use this not necessarily in an educational setting, you can do that as well. Coming in at number two on the list of my favorite podcasting apps with students is WeVideo. Again, in full disclosure, I am a WeVideo ambassador. And yes, WeVideo does require a paid subscription, but it's an amazing platform. WeVideo allows students and content creators to create and edit videos, create and edit podcasts, do screen recordings, and so much more. It's a very powerful platform, and it really has a lot of features with it that'll allow you to do everything from recording to editing to publishing on social media and even YouTube if you should decide to do that. WeVideo does have personal price plans. You can go anywhere between a power user to professional or business. At the lowest level, a power user gets to publish 30 minutes per month, 20 gigabytes of storage, but you see there only 720 in terms of high definition. To jump up to the next most popular price point, their unlimited plan, you get everything in the power plan, but now you have unlimited publishing time, unlimited storage, and full HD resolution. If you're looking for education pricing, then we go anywhere from a teacher license for one teacher all the way up to school or district licenses, which is, in my experience, what my district has used in the past, and it's been great. But if you're someone who just wants to purchase this for your classroom, you can see there for a teacher, a single user plan tailored for pre-K to 12 students and educators. It's $89 per year. And coming in at number one on my list of favorite podcasting apps with students is Flipgrid. Again, in full disclosure, I am a Flipgrid ambassador and have been since 2017. It's an amazing platform that I really got bought into very early on, and I love it. And it's come so far even from then. It is completely free, which is why I would actually recommend it over things like WeVideo or Soundtrap, but it's a Microsoft product and it's completely free. And what started out as a way for teachers and students to hold discussions through just video has become so much more. Sure, you can still record videos and interact with each other that way, but Flipgrid also has a mic only mode. And I'll actually link to the video that I've already made on how to use mic only mode in Flipgrid. But it's a really powerful tool, again, for holding online discussions, taking those in-person discussions and making them virtual and interactive, but having students creating podcasts from it as well. Educators can create topics and students can go in and record themselves responding to that topic, or students can create topics and then generate podcasts or podcast episodes from their own grids or their own topics. There you go. That's my list of the top 5 with an honorable mention apps for using with students to create podcasts. So again, students can be not just content consumers, but content creators as well. I'm curious to know if you have or want to use any of these tools and apps that I've mentioned here for podcasting with students. If you've used them before, let me know in the comments which ones are your favorites and how you've used them in the classroom. If you haven't tried them yet and you're looking forward to it, well, then hit me in the comments as well with which app you think is going to be best for you to start using with your students to podcast and create that content. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and go ahead and turn on notifications by hitting the bell so that you get notified anytime I create new videos on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and happy podcasting.